Improving Cyberpunk 2077 with the best mods. The video you've been waiting for is here, and I've picked out some mods which will massively improve the game without changing it a whole lot, and I cannot wait to show you this. Of course, if you would like to see a video where we install lots of crazy mods, such as flying cars, real life vehicles and more, just go ahead and like the video so I can see how many people want this. Speaking of mods, if you would like to own a RGH Xbox 360 that allows you to do the impossible, for example, play emulators such as SNES, PlayStation 1, Sega Mega Drive, Nintendo DS, Game Boy, and the list goes on, mess around with friends in online lobbies, and so much more, just click the link below to the worldwide leading supplier of RGH Xboxes, the Console Warehouse, and browse their incredible collection and find out more on what they can do. So firstly, you might be thinking, how easy is it to mod Cyberpunk? This game was a nightmare to mod. Holy hell, one of the worst games I've ever modded. This took me about 4 hours to find these particular mods that won't conflict with each other. And due to the amount of updates, a lot of mod developers haven't been updating their mods, so a ton I installed did not work. Luckily, in the end, I did find a combination of mods which do work, but it took far too long to set this up. But I think it's worth it. So let's break down all the mods we've installed. The graphics enhancement. A subtle graphics mod which improves the dull colours of the original game, providing an expanded colour range during different times of the day. And you can see some before and after screenshots which really do outline the differences. Just looking at gameplay can be difficult to see, but I definitely did notice a difference. It just makes the graphics of this game look even better. Enhanced weather. So this actually gives you increased possible weather transitions, and in the original game there is only 17, but with this mod you get 59. And you also get 2 new weather conditions, which are light rain without fog and storm with heavy fog. Also, that awful fog you get at night now has a much better draw distance, which helps make the game feel more realistic. Realistic traffic density. Finally, the mod I've wanted the most. No more empty roads. About bloody time. The traffic in the city really builds up, and it's incredible to see. This really does make the game feel more alive. It also makes driving more of a challenge as you have to swerve in and out of traffic, which is a good thing. You will also see a lot less of the same cars driving next to each other with increased draw distance and less pop-ins in the distance. Although they do still exist, at least it has been reduced. For me, this is a massive improvement and is something I've wanted for ages in this game, as the original Cyberpunk looks pretty god-awful when you're driving down roads and you're not seeing a single car. It just takes you out of the game. Superpopulation. So you remember when I said this game was a nightmare to mod? Well, this one for some reason will not work with the traffic density mod. No idea why, it just does not work. So you can only use one at a time, which does kind of suck, but it's not the end of the world. However, this massively improves how many pedestrians you will see around the city. So much so, I was pretty surprised when I saw this. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. NPCs are more varied, so you will see less clones, which is great. They have more realistic walk paths instead of just walking around in circles or up and down the street, and have much better draw distance. It's a gigantic improvement over the base game, and it actually ran pretty well on my PC, but I've got to say, I do have some high-end specs. For those who might not have the best specs, you will likely struggle with some of these mods. Luckily, there is a few different versions of this which can help people out with lower spec PCs. So finally, the city feels more alive. About time. Improved vehicle handling. This is really hard to describe without you playing it yourself, but this mod does make driving a lot more easier whilst keeping that realistic feel, which I think is really important. And you really notice a difference when you are driving motorcycles. I do much prefer this mod over the base game. And finally, just a few little mods, such as the minimap is now circular, which some people might prefer, and loading screens are lightning fast as the damn annoying intro has now been cut out, which I've seen far too many times. And that's about it. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Would you play this modded version of Cyberpunk, and do you think it improves the game enough? Once again, if you would like to see me use some more crazier mods, just like the video, and I will do that. And if you have ever wondered what a GTA 4 remaster would look like, you have to see this incredible mod. It completely transforms the game. Just go ahead and click the card on screen to see this video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and have a great rest of your day.